Your thoughts on Birthday Bash 3?
I think it could have been better, but it was actually really good.
Okay, what about Birthday Bash 3 could have been better?
The feud. My match. Okay, I tell you, my match. I told you my match sucked when I walked back in. I was like, "Yeah, my match sucks."
Dude, but it was just badly written. Like you should have been out cold when fucking Wicked J came out.
Yes.
He saved your fucking life, you know.
Yes.
You shouldn't have been out. But other than that, but I'm saying just fucking D suck. I guess. Nah, D's good.
Ramirez.
We were supposed to we were supposed to end it when Jay came out. That was the problem. It was supposed to be because when Short Stack came out. Well, yeah, when Short Stack came out, that's what I meant. But it continued on way too long.
The scary thing, Austin, is we're in jeopardy with the biggest pop because Short Stack got the biggest fucking pop when he turned back to ESW, dude.
Yeah. When
you did the network side, dude, I was like, fuck, this crowd is
Nigga, he got the biggest pop from me when I jumped in, like, ah! I don't know what the fuck that was, dude. I just like jumped in, like, yeah!
Yeah, and then, shit,
To clear something up, from Paul Rogers, no, the Anarchy title is not going to be on 24/7 still. I'm the final Anarchy champion. It's ESW's done, so
never.
The rule is done.
Someone's new champion. That'd be cool.
An idea that probably won't happen, but an idea that could happen because we're all here. Is the Anarchy Championship is the only thing in ESW history that continues.
That's true.
I mean,
so like I'll be in a drive-thru at McDonald's and I'll just get attacked.
Very possible.
That's true.
Birthday Bash, what's that?
Give your story then.
Birthday Bash 3.
Well, honestly, even before the show started, I was pretty nervous because I thought I was gonna forget spots. I thought I was gonna like fuck up on everything, but
what you did? No, I'm just like
once I got out there, I remembered every move we were supposed to do, every spot that was supposed to be hit. The last one, the Wasteland, where Aztec fell over and the table fell over.
I didn't know.
That was the only thing.
What happened?
He put it too far.
Yeah, I put the table too far.
It was supposed to be
I thought I put it close enough.
It was supposed to be right against the deck, but you put it too far. So when you Wasteland me, I just hit the edge of the table. Yeah. Like Forrest Gump was like, "Hey, do you want me to get this off you?"
It seemed like everything off the deck messed up, including Paul's. What happened with Ramirez? You were supposed to do a what?
What was supposed to happen is the main thing about my match that I didn't like is when I cut Ramirez open, he didn't tell us he was anemic, which means he gets cut, he fucking bleeds a lot. He loses a lot of blood.
He lost like how many pints?
He lost like 2 pints
or some shit.
Some shit. It was a lot of fucking blood.
Almost went to the hospital.
Yeah, but when we got to the deck, I can just see in his face that he couldn't continue, even though he was telling me he's like I don't think I can do it, and I was like, well, I got to do something. I was supposed to side slam him off the deck, and we were supposed to go through. It was a 20 cap. It was like a 20 tubes just lying perfectly on our table, which would have looked badass going through a side slam, the glass shattering everywhere. But I decided to do Short Stack's move. But when I went for it, he put his hand or his leg down. I forgot what it was, and it just looked like crap. And I got mad and just grabbed the tubes and hit him to make it to try and save the moment.
Juggalo Chris filmed Birthday Bash. Chris, what do you remember about? Like, was there a moment where you're like, "Fuck this badass" or "Fuck this sucked"? Fuck, I don't know what I'm doing. Fuck, I'm scared of fucking up. Like, what? How was it being the filmer of Birthday Bash 3?
I was always afraid I was gonna catch everything out of frame. Like, I wasn't gonna be fast enough to follow the whole move to the ground or whatever. That's one thing I was afraid of. But I mean, what I saw was what I saw during the recap. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, it looked good. It was very good. And I remember you were taking control when me and Austin got up on the locker room. You're like, move! You were telling everybody to move.
Like, everyone always stands in front of the way the camera guy.
The other camera person was his girlfriend, though. You should give light to that as well.
Yes, his girlfriend.
She did very well.
She did a good. They both did a great job.
But the Bash was probably the best event overall. Better. I just remember how intense it was when Alex's music went on, and he went out there, and then the sound of the crowd. And I remember I was stretching my legs but my body was so compact that my legs just wouldn't stretch. Like I would put them back, like, I would stretch my leg, and when I would take it off the table, it was fucking back to normal, nigga. Like, and there was no more stretch. And then like I just got ready, and then I went out there, and then adrenaline, and then I was ready to take some tacks.
All right.
Well,
What?
I want to know your thoughts on Birthday Bash.
I'm always working. I don't get to be in the back and fucking get ready, stretch, because I'm doing the music. And then I gotta also know when to hit the music. And Beaner's match, they didn't tell me what was gonna happen. I didn't know. I knew Cruz wanted to hit his music. I didn't know I was supposed to stop it for him to set up a table. And then I was like, okay, I guess he's gonna pretend to powerbomb him, and then boom, hit Giddens. I didn't know. And Giddens was like, oh, you're supposed to hit my music now. I'm like, fuck, I hit Giddens' music. Okay, and then Giddens comes out, spear, F5, that's it. Hit Beaner's music. I didn't know that. I didn't know I was supposed to hit Beaner's music. It was supposed to be Beaner's music plays, and then they say, stop, no. Then the suplex. Then the swanton. I didn't know all that. But I'm always fucking working because I'm always like, shit, I gotta watch this match to know when to play the music. And it's hard to see out of the fucking...
Well, you edited everything. You've seen everything. So what are your thoughts that way? I know you did not seeing it live, I guess, seeing as you're not able to, but going over all the footage.
No. Seeing it as a fan. A fan of yours, of your.
Yeah, technically, you're looking at it as a fan.
I mean, if you follow the story, especially for the people who follow the story,
Made sense.
no offense to anybody else, but biggest face, biggest heel. I mean, I hate to be the biggest face, and I don't mean it that way, but I was at the time. I'm facing Austin G, the biggest heel. The guy that's trying to end ESW to make the last scene of ESW horrible. I gotta stop it, and I did. You know, and if you follow the story, it was great. If you follow even all the mini stories, boom, Jinx joins, takes out PL3, all that shit. Dick Downey gets kidnapped. I mean, dude, that people have told me is the greatest storyline of all time.
Nah.
The fucking kidnap.
Fuck
And why did we think of that?
Nah, dude, you know why it was the best, dude? Because you edited it fucking sick.
Yeah,
You made it all
yeah,
fun.
I love the
It was all
filming of
gay,
that.
nigga.
I love the filming of that.
Yeah.
You made fucking Dick look like a badass. Getting kidnapped. Nigga.
Thank you.
Like, it was some
With
good
the
music.
One of the
Breaking Bad
best
shit,
editing,
nigga, like,
yo.
oh,
That
nigga.
was-
One of the best editing was that return show, dude. Man, you just hear Austin's voice in the background as he's like winning. Like, it was me.
Oh, the recap?
I love
Yeah,
that.
that was
The whole
badass,
time.
The whole time.
And they went, toon, toon, and then, brrr, with the, when you showed like the quick network sign.
And like all the network signs just flashing through and like showing, and then like I think the whole network series. I mean, I don't think many people can think of the stuff that us as a whole think of, and how you turn back to that, like that first
They're in
one
the
where hey,
fridge
we've
on
been
the
hacked and
bottom.
all that. Well, if we had let the camera footage roll a little bit longer, you see Austin and Osiris smile at each other, knowing that it was them who did. this
And
whole
for some
thing.
reason, I think people don't get that still. That whole where I left the room and the video cuts. I think there's some people that saw the video cut and then saw the recap where y'all smile. Other than that, people didn't get that, and I was kind of upset. I thought that was gonna be huge.
Yeah,
When Austin and Osiris ended up smiling at each other if you continued the footage.
yeah.
People didn't say anything about it. I was like,
Platinum now.
anyway. Next question. Aztec.
Question is,
I don't know.
Final one. Anything you want to answer, even if it's about you or anybody here.
We need to start
Okay,
answering
well.
all the questions individually. I know it sounds like it's a long time, but we don't have to answer every question.
here's one from Alex Jesse.
Alex Jesse.
What is the biggest botch in ESW
I can't believe
history?
we're talking about this. Dick. What is either as a fan or as a wrestler, damn, that was a huge fuck up, man. No one never necessarily got hurt. No one,
It was just a fuck up.
it was just like, oh.
Like you knew what was supposed to happen because you saw it in practice, but it didn't happen.
Or practice or live as a fan.
Yeah. Oh yeah, love as a fan, you've probably seen something.
Let's see.
Because we're not perfect at every fucking show. So.
It was actually, wait. We're talking about Birthday Bash.
Any
No,
show.
any show that you've seen live as a fan or that you've been
What
a
was
part
the
of.
biggest botch in ESW history?
That you've been a part of or seen as a fan.
Biggest mess up for all the kids that don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what a botch is. Mess up mania.
Mess up me.
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of
We're gonna get back to you, okay?
I got
We're
one.
gonna get back to you.
Joe Chris says
Juggalo Chris.
I got one too.
When Wicked J jumped off that 12-foot ladder and landed right on
The
his
missile.
neck.
Ooh,
50
I remember
missile.
that.
50 foot
The
ladder.
miss.
Was it 15?
We had a big
Straight
a
drop on
fan
his
named
neck.
Damien, who's a heavyset guy who was holding the ladder, and we had Refo who wasn't fucking holding the ladder at all.
Who's that?
Am I supposed to do this?
And
Insoles.
it popped off under him when he jumped. And
He was supposed to do a front flip, but then he just went straight down.
however, front flip or head dive. And I was there, and I was one of them that catched him, or was supposed to at least. I don't want to say that I bitched out or anyone else bitched out, but when you get in at that second, when a 150-pound man is about to flip off of the ladder and land on top of you,
15 feet up.
and you're supposed to catch him somehow, that affects you. That's scary.
You get nervous.
You're like, fuck. So maybe you don't put your hands up all the way, or you maybe back up just an inch. all that is a
Factored
domino
in,
effect.
combined
All
it
that- all
together.
that-
Because then everyone saw you doing it, and then he was like, "Oh shit! Well, let me go."
Hey,
with
no.
something."
You know whose fault that was? You know who? No. The fault of that situation was Refo and fucking Big Sexy. When you're supposed to hold a ladder for someone, you gotta hold it down so the force doesn't go bad. When they said, "Hey, hold the ladder,"
They were holding.
they
with their
held
arms.
it. They grabbed it and held it.
They were
Not,
pushing
and
it
then
down.
Ricky J pushes off. Oh shit! It lands on the neck. If you're
You're
holding
so
it-
lucky. He could have died.
Yeah.
He could have died right in front of us.
All right, Aztec, you.
Fans don't know this, but this is a botch. Wicked J getting his arm sliced open.
That wasn't in the show though. That was just.
I know, but
initiation.
it's,
What?
I consider that
You know the
because
story.
I know. I mean, that's technically a botch. You're supposed to go hit it, come up, but instead just go right through.
What, are you talking about the one back in 07?
Yeah,
Are you talking about his initiation in DSW?
yeah.
There was a show we were filming a long time ago which never made air. No fans, nothing like that. Wicked didn't have a match. He came out, did a promo or something. No match.
It was his first promo.
He wanted some action though. That was his words. I want some action. I was like, okay, well fuck, we have 2 light tubes left. You want us to fucking hit you?
I was there.
Jessica was there. Jessica was fucking there. Juggo Chris's
Yeah, she
girlfriend was
I
there.
actually took him over.
That's right.
Yeah,
Her
he
and
did.
Sexy
And then,
Steve.
and then
Her
Damien
and Sexy
stitched him
Steve.
up. Big Sexy stitched him up. I remember that.
Anyway, fucking
His brother did. Actually,
So
he got
Wicked
fucked
J
up
wanted
even
some
more.
action, so he wanted to get hit with light tubes for no fucking reason. Dark film, no film. There was no camera on. He just wanted fucking action.
He wanted to see what it
Okay,
felt
well,
like.
Giddens and fucking PO3 and being the fucking Bill Lesners they are. Fuck, I get to beat someone up and not get beat up myself.
That worked.
Okay, so they both grabbed the tube, and instead of and they planned this motherfucker out. They were like, okay, well, what if you hit him like this? I hit him like that.
And we planned it
Bro, I was
perfectly.
like, Jesus Christ, the fuck are you gonna do to this guy? So, Paul, one of them, I don't know, Giddens went from the front, sounds gay. Paul went from the back, sounds even gayer.
Yeah.
But they both hit Wicked J at the
Same
same
time.
time with the light tube. Again, there's no footage of this. Boom, at the same time. Biggest fucking light tube sound I remember. And Jay's just like, "Ah," and I'm like, what the fuck,
What the
Ultimate,
fuck is he
Ultimate
doing?
Warrior?
Yeah, like, "Ah."
But as he's fucking, I mean, I
You
just
just see
see
blood
I just see the
pouring.
fucking, like the river of fucking, the waterfall of blood going on his arm.
And then like he has a piece of
Like they summoned
like
And
a
then
chunk of his
after,
meat
we
is
go
just
get a
missing.
bowl,
And I'm just like,
let it
fuck. And
fill
like
up
he
with
was bleeding
blood.
so much, and we had styrofoam bowls for some reason. We brought a styrofoam bowl out, and the blood was just pouring into the bowl. And I want to
Filled
say
it up.
maybe a minute, maybe not even a minute. 45 seconds that thing filled up, man. Scary moment.
Oh yeah. Short stack.
Yep.
What do you think's the biggest botch?
Uh,
Still thinking about mine.
what was it? It was that spot where Osiris was supposed to take something
course.
and it fucked up like really bad. It was
Which
something off the
Which
it was
one?
something off the picnic table.
How do you remember that?
Oh,
It was-
that's when you were supposed
Austin
to
G
get.
and the
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
spear.
them three. It was.
I had him on my shoulders for
Yeah.
Samoan when Austin was gonna go spear me through the flaming table.
Yeah, that's mine, dude. That's what I was gonna say, dude. The return show went for about. As I was gonna ask you, does a bitch out Hannah's botch? I mean, so we should have
That
fucked up.
should.
Because I was so
Oh, maybe-
I
maybe
was
we
ready
should
for
just
that
do the next-
moment, and then and he fucking gets off.
Maybe
and
we
he's,
should do
"Oh,
the
shit,"
biggest
and
bitch
then-
out next. So after the botch, we'll do the biggest
But
bitch
dude, yeah, I think that's the biggest botch. Return show one, fucking Osiris was supposed to fucking get speared by Austin motherfucking G with ass motherfucking tech on his motherfucking shoulders.
No,
I thought-
he was supposed to be on my
Aztec's
shoulders.
supposed to
Oh
be
yeah, yeah.
You're supposed to spear
vice
me.
versa. And then
The biggest botch, in my opinion, also involves Osiris. It involves Wicked J as well, Big Shot Rob, and
that was all Osiris.
and Giddens. It was all Osiris' fault, in my opinion. Was the fucking Tower of Doom off the locker room.
I was gonna say that too.
December
I think
2009.
something else.
Same show. Me and Austin had our first match. First match, my ass. First match live. First match live. Was the Tower of Doom. And Osiris, I don't know. I mean, I can watch footage again. I've watched it 100 times just to make sure that I was right, that Osiris messed it up. Was, the Tower of Doom. I'll show it. I can edit this. I'll show it. just a complete fail.
I know what you're talking about. That. The one with like 2 tables and all those chairs.
He just straight up let go of Wicked J.
I'm thinking.
He was supposed to suplex Wicked J. And why
Here's
is he
Dominic.
on
You
his
got,
shoulders?
here he did this. You got yours now?
Oh, when Cruz Confidence, I believe, broke his finger.
Oh, off the scaffold.
Yeah, off the scaffold.
And
that
then-
was
and
that
again-
wasn't a botch though. That
It
the
was.
move went through.
No.
No, he didn't land right.
He
Yeah.
got scared on top. And again, no offense to the Osiris's and the Cruzes who get up on that scaffold and are like, fuck, you know? Like, they don't...
Why do you think I've never
got?
gotten up there?
And it doesn't seem high. It doesn't seem high when you're there live. It looks high on camera and stuff. But until you are up there, until you are standing on top of 16 feet on top, looking at everyone, looking down at everyone, that's even the craziest part. When you're looking down at everyone and everyone's looking up at you, and you're falling down, albeit elbow drop, albeit splash, albeit fall.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's so fucking high. You're just like, son of a bitch, this is scary. And a bitch out happens if you're not gonna do it.
Well, mine, I guess I'm probably the only one to bash themselves was it was my match against, I think it was Aztec, when I was supposed to do a splash off the deck. And I didn't get in the air at all. I just like basically just.
But I switched the camera.
I don't know. That's what I was gonna say.
You saved
No
it.
one saw it, like really saw it, unless you actually watched just the full match,
Unedited.
unedited. He switched it during the recap to make it look like I got air and make it like a big splash and everything. But literally, I made the motion like I had jumped, but I just like fell.
His feet never left.
My feet never left the deck. It was like this. Like, here's a deck, and like that's exactly what happened. Like it was like 90-degree angle and fall. Like. And I still.
I remember you were so upset when you watched the footage. You're like, oh, I'm gonna jump off. You just did that motion. You just walked away.
Yeah, I just walked
You were
away.
so
dude.
fucking excited. You were like, dude, it felt like I was up in there. For 10
Yeah, I was
seconds.
like, dude, it felt like I got so high, and then I look at it, I'm like, wow, I fucking suck.
You just fell.
Like, I just fell. Like,
Dick Dominic, what inspired you to do this?
besides liking boys and wanting to touch all of us.
Just the whole ESW roster, pretty much.
He wants to
what
touch the
made me
boys.
Just being a part of it.
do it. Yeah, just being a part of it.
Juggalo
It
Chris?
was fun.
It was fun. Juggalo Chris.
What was the whole part of what?
What made you want to do this? I mean, I remember. Quick story. It was a joke. We were getting drunk after a show. Typical us. Drinking beers, you know, we buy a fire, whatever the fuck we were doing, smoking weed. Whatever, we weren't smoking weed then, but we were
No,
drinking
okay.
beers. Probably downing some fucking screwdrivers. You were mixing them, I'm sure. Drinking some devil's
Something.
dick. Drinking some devil's piss. You know?
Tilt
And I said,
skills.
why don't we just get Juggalo Chris into ESW? And then drunkenness out the window.
Let's do it!
Seriousness, boom, just into that
Made a
room.
storyline.
And we made a storyline out of it.
Maybe.
Fucking fun.
Okay, well, these 2 questions came from someone just like recently. His name is Joe Salas.
What the fuck is that? You go.
All right. What inspired me to get into ESW?
Yep.
You kept on asking me to go to the shows. I eventually go, and I'm like, this isn't really wrestling that I know, but I can do it. I want to do it. So I came to you at school the next day, and you're like, hell yeah, just come to the next couple shows. All right, come to the next show. When are we going to do it? Just go to the next show. And I was like, okay, I want to do this. That's what inspired me.
Because your first show was January 09,
January 9th.
and you saw the Battle Mountain Ladder match where Conductor won. The next show I told you to keep coming. Remember, that's how I was saying it. You didn't show up as a fan. Keep coming, and you saw the first ever barbed wire death match between Conductor and Woody.
Little Aztec.
Next show, you're making your debut.
On my dad's birthday. I
no,
skipped my
I'm
dad's birthday just to wrestle.
Huh?
And I lost. Lying in a flaming table.
Did you notice I never answered that question?
Okay,
You
gotcha.
asked me a question, you never answered
What question? Yeah.
Inspired me? Was that the question?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
we'll
come
fix
on
you,
this
right?
way. Come-
No, we started.
I always liked
Don't
wrestling
fuck up the
since I was
rotation,
like in
dude.
5th grade,
Fuck up the rotation.
and like
You just move like 80.
I don't know, I was just a real big fan, and then once Austin told me about going to the ESW shows, which my first show was actually ICW versus ESW Winner Take All.
You were there as a fan.
Yeah, I was there. I was there watching.
Winner Take All, ESW, ICW, December 2008.
And honestly, I even showed Austin and Isaac this, that I still have that flyer. I still have the green flyer at my house.
ICW, ESW, you watched that match, the timer match, the first ever timer match, the first ever elimination match in ESW history. You were there live on a chilly December day.
Mhm.
And you watch it, you were like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
didn't make your debut.
He was going for ICW.
for
Yeah.
another year and a half.
Wasn't that the one when he broke my ankle?
No.
Yes, that was. That's
no
when he made his
pause.
debut.
I said,
MOD
yeah, a year and a half
broke your
later.
ankle.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying that's when he broke my
Oh,
ankle.
I thought you were at that show.
That's
I was
his
like, yes,
debut.
bitch.
Dick.
My what? What's this question? Oh, what inspired me?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't remember.
I do.
Me and MOD. Okay.
It
Hold
was
on.
me and you, motherfucker.
Well, yes, but hold on. Yeah, me and Paul Austin.
No, Austin was in the womb still when we started wrestling.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's right. We were
Austin
wrestling
wasn't even
19
a
years.
thought yet.
Yes.
We were wrestling 19 years.
Yep.
ABW. Alex's Backyard Wrestling. I was the owner.
And there was 2 wrestlers, me and you, and we had like 6 different personas.
Yes. So I was duck. I was a duck man.
You were Duck.
Duck.
I was Hippo Hip.
He was Hippo Hip. I was X Flyer,
Texas Madman,
and I was Zodiac.
and the
Hellraiser.
the Hellraiser, and also the Cerebral Assassin.
The Street Assassin.
Which never wrestled
Oh,
one
and I was
time.
Alex G.
Yeah, but Cerebral Assassin never had one match. And I never looked like I did in the picture that we had either. I never came out in that attire.
Anyway, that's how it started. And then, but then it stopped. We grew up. We stopped wrestling on the trampoline. Stopped bullshitting. And then
Started watching wrestling and playing games.
When I met MOD, dude, we just got back into it.
Yeah.
Remember we did a hardcore match for MOD one day after school?
I remember when Josh made his debut against me.
He had to go through a PL3 test.
PL3 test. Which
In order-
basically I just beat your ass for like 10 minutes, and if you last, then you're good.
Juggalo Chris, what inspired you?
It's like a gang initiation.
Basically. You won't be this.
So again, here we are. The seriousness kicks in of that night. Why don't we just get Juggalo Chris in? We all get fucking this vision of Juggalo Chris actually.
That was the what?
October
return
2010. That was the
Return of
return of
You want to
ICW.
stop dropping your fucking cigarettes on me and burning me?
Sorry. I didn't burn you though.
Ah!
But what really inspired me was the first show I came to, which was like 2 days after moving over here.
That was my debut show.
Yeah.
That was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was the
Oh, okay.
Conductor cashed in.
Yeah.
Yes. Is that where you almost broke?
Magic Ninja's
Ninja's
neck.
Ninja's neck.
Seeing that was kind of like, oh shit.
I
like,
don't want to do
These
this now.
people are fucking.
Footage.
These people
Your-
are
your
fucking
face on footage,
serious.
Like instead of being like doing the whole back motion, like oh, you did like the
Yeah.
up going up, where you're like
Yeah, you followed it. Yeah, you're all happy.
And then seeing, like Wicked J flipping off stuff and everyone just jumping off things, and I was like,
now did
this was bad.
now you thought that did you always think I could do this?
What do you mean?
Was there ever that moment when
That
you were
first
like,
show,
I
that
can't
first
do
show
this
you
shit?
saw. Did
Did
you
I think that you would actually do something like this?
No, did you think you could do
You
this?
could be a wrestler.
Oh, I could.
The first show you ever saw.
Did you think you could do
No.
what we were doing?
No.
Okay,
On-
let's get to 2010. Let's skip to the show where Osiris quits the first time.
Not the other 16 times.
And the Extreme Rumble where Giddens wins. Do you remember that one? It was a cold January day. I know you and Justin were there.
so
Osiris,
so-
Wicked J beats Osiris. Fuck this shit, I quit.
Yes.
Pussy, pussy.
I remember
Okay,
that.
so now here we are.
And he
January
said,
Three
2010.
tables match, right?
Yeah.
That
And
was
here
it.
we are, January 2010. Were you knowing yourself then, a year later? Did you think you could do it?
Yes, because I seen.
So many.
Because you were chilling with us at that point.
Yes, not only that, but I was also like, I've seen all types of matches. The first match I've ever seen, everyone looked like professional. I was like, wow, these guys have been at it for I don't know how many years, because this is my first show. Then going on throughout the years, seeing everything from just actually just like wrestling, not flying off of stuff, but actual
grappling,
You saw different
Grappling.
styles.
striking, and
Yeah,
So many
like
different
all-
styles.
all that type of wrestling too. And I thought, well, I mean, I could probably work something into that. I don't have to be the crazy person that jumps off the roof,
yeah.
But you could be a part of it.
But you could.
but I could work some.
I need you to be 100%
some part.
honest, man. Don't hold back right here, okay?
Alright, go for it.
How big, if I would have worked with you, if you would have worked with me, how big could Juggalo Chris have been? I mean, are we talking world champion, in your opinion?
Nah,
No.
no.
Okay.
What is your thought of that? Like, why Why do you think that?
Why?
Well, I know I wasn't always there. I didn't know like every wrestling
You
show. I don't remember.
You don't have to.
Wrestling shows
ask
no by
Wicked J.
date. I don't-
Ask
Wicked
Wicked
J
J
what
what a
wrestling-
hip toss is.
Yeah. Wicked J knows nothing about wrestling. He just knows how to perform and to put on a great
Okay,
show.
well that's one thing. I don't really know how to perform.
Okay.
I'm kind of
Like,
nervous under pressure.
Never very.
that,
Yes.
yeah.
Very, my
Nervous
nigga. I
under
remember
pressure.
you fucking. That's real people.
Then I got used
gotta
to
go out
it.
there.
I got used to it later.
Yeah, you got used to it.
Here's my opinion on Juggalo Chris. If I would have I don't mean to say it like that, but I'm just going to in a semi character. If I would have repackaged Juggalo Chris, there is no more Juggalo. There was just the Chris. No, the Chris. No, think about this character for a second, okay? I know it sounds funny.
Like when Dad's on.
The Chris. No, that's his name. The Chris. V. Brian Kendrick, come on. The Chris.
Who?
Chris comes out in a suit and says nothing.
Just comes on.
You know why?
No.
Because Mike Idols is your spokesperson. And Mike Idols is the one who talks for you. Because he works for the Chris. Okay? You don't have to say anything. You go out there in a suit and you just stand there and look like a motherfucking hard ass. When you wrestle, you wear whatever the fuck you wrestle in.
A suit.
Why not? If not world's champion,
You don't
why
have to
not?
wrestle. Mike
Why
Idols
not
is for
the
you.
Chris versus Alex G for the world title? Doesn't have to be a homecoming or a fucking birthday match.
You
It
don't
could
even have to wrestle. It could be
May
Mike Idols versus
22nd, 2014, the Chris versus Alex G 1-on-1. I don't see why the fuck it shouldn't happen. You were in the six-pack challenge with me, Austin, and MOD. I consider me, Austin, and MOD legends and fucking major stars. And you had the likes of Juggalo Chris in that match. Which means, in my opinion, you could have worked. You worked. You did work. And you worked great because that's my favorite match, most funnest match I've ever had in my life. Six-pack
That
challenge.
was fun.
Juggalo Chris, Radiant Nick, Alex G, MOD, Austin G.
That was a good match.
You know, and it showed that not only Chris, but Radiant and Nick could work with the guys.
He was in a lot of good matches. Like I like the one me and Conductor versus you and Jinx.
Yes, that was my actually favorite match of all.
Yeah, I fucking
Your
love
first
that. Good
match.
Yes, because everything went good like the way it should have.
Wasn't that? That was your first ever match, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Juggalo Chris and Jinx Master from ICW, the Anarchy Champion, and Jinx Master being the ICW Champion, versus Team ESW, which was PL3 and the Conductor. That was October 23rd, 2010. Great semi-main event, dude.
Oh, remember when he made his
That was
debut?
fun.
I don't know where clothesline to Paul. He was
Out
still
of
in the crowd.
nowhere.
He was
gets
in the
out of the
crowd.
crowd.
No, that was
Clotheslines
the
me!
Alex.
Clothesline's him.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Best
He
ball
clotheslined me to win the title.
We will talk about that, bitch.
I just said we're not gonna talk about that. I just want to
But your Anarchy, Juggalo Chris debut wins the Anarchy Championship. First person to ever do that.
Yeah, on the debut.
No one can say that.
I didn't think that was actually gonna like. I didn't hear about that till like an
That is
hour
not true.
before the show.
That is not true.
Who?
Didn't Chris Conference win it the first time? He went on
Yeah.
MySpace?
Yes. Second.
Second.
Live.
Okay, so first was live to debut.
No, I think it doesn't have to be the Chris. That was just the idea that I at one point actually did have.
Like a rough idea.
Okay, now we can
But the Chris was an idea.
now we can go on to Joe Salas' question.
Joe Salas.
Okay, this everyone can answer this. It's gonna be a bunch of different questions. One was I've noticed a few guys come and go from ESW. What happens to them? Do they quit or just not make the cut?
Bitch out, quit. That's it.
It's all
Dr.
about
Giggles.
being
Can't
here.
make it.
And I was very, very lenient this time around. Very, very
Yeah.
lenient. Very, very lenient this time around.
Very lenient. Not saying anybody.
But when I need someone back in 08, 09, 2010, even a little 2011. I was more mature in 2011, but back in those years, you didn't show up, you weren't going to be in the show. I could write you out. I would rather have, oh, what the fuck, Paul's not in the match, even though it says Paul's not in the match. I kind of comes out. Why? Oh, Paul didn't show up for practice. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I would send messages like that. That's just how I was.
And show.
You don't want to show up? Fuck you. It's like I call Psychotic, I call Magic Ninja. It's gonna be a shitty match, absolutely. Let's fucking make a bold move by fucking saying, hey, if you're not gonna be here, you're not gonna fucking be a part of the show. Jinx Master was supposed to make his debut June 13th, 2013. Didn't fucking show up for practice. Jinx, all you gotta do is come out and help spit somebody. Oh, fuck yeah, I'll be there. No, if you're not gonna fucking show up, you're not gonna show up. But I was very lenient this time around. But if they don't, if you see him come and go, Jigga Nigga got in some trouble, I think. He didn't show up, and then after that, just stopped talking to us.
Jail in and out.
Who?
He's been in and out.
Yeah, he's been in jail in and out. Who else?
Dr.
You had gotten in some trouble at one point in 09. You had to take a little break. Jinx went to jail, took a
Don,
break.
jail
Don went to jail.
Don King, fucking
In and out of jail.
in and out of
Psychotic.
jail.
Me with my family.
You and your
Oh,
family.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
shit.
NSG.
Did he
Oh,
get
yeah.
it last minute?
New school get-ins. New school
MOD.
get-ins.
No, MOD. I'm saying MOD was in and out
Hey, even Beaner and Chris.
Beaner and Chris?
because of
Incident.
conductor.
Because of a conductor incident.
There's been a lot of guys. I think me and Austin were the only one. Me, Austin, Paul, and not even MOD. Me, Austin, Paul.
MOD, yeah, I remember he
We're
quit.
the only three that were just.
I remember that whole moment too. That whole day was of the day of the show. It was supposed to be a fatal four originally a fatal four between.
This
me,
is May 2009.
Yeah, it was supposed to be me versus Alex G versus PL3 versus MOD in a fatal four-way ladder match for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Friday night, the guy does not. MOD doesn't show
MOD
up.
didn't show for practice, so we just started thinking of ideas, thinking of fast
Me-
ideas with just
me,
us three.
Austin, and PL3
Yeah.
started coming up with a match.
And then
No MOD didn't show
the
up.
day of the show, MOD shows up, and I remember standing in the kitchen with Alex and MOD, and Alex tells MOD, "Hey, you weren't here for practice, so you're not in the match. But Chino will be here, so if you want to work with Chino, throw a little legit wrestling spot, you can."
Chino Reyes being a.
And then
wrestler.
MOD agreed, but then he called his mom, and his mom picked him up and then took him home. That was an intense moment.
I made statements like that. I didn't mean to sound like the big hard ass, but if you didn't show up, if you weren't dedicated, if you didn't want to put in the time like I was, what's the point?